Hey everybody, this is Greg Bem, one of the faculty librarians at LW Tech, and I recently discovered that Microsoft Office 365, has included a relatively fancy feature in the Word software application called Researcher. And in this video, I'm going to show you real quick how to find it and a little bit about how it works. So if we are in this Word document and we want to find Researcher, all we have to do is go up to References. On the ribbon, you'll see a section called Research, and that includes Smart Lookup, which is a feature that has been around for quite a while at this point, and Researcher. And so Researcher, as it says, lets us help you find quotes, citable sources, and images. So if we click on that, it opens up a tab on the right-hand side of the screen. Researcher, find sources, and my research. Now, I did some playing around earlier, and I have a couple sources already in this document. We'll get to that. But I wanted to start from the very beginning by showing you how the search bar exists and works. So let's say I'm looking for information on pediatric nursing. So here we go. I've entered this in. Note that it's showing you a variety of other topics that people have searched. They're pretty broad topics that have nothing to do with what I'm looking for. Also notice down here at the very bottom, powered by Bing. So we know that there is a popular search engine, Bing, that is giving us access to whatever we're going to find in this search. So searching for pediatric nursing has several sections. It has a relevant topics, which will take you to topics pages, kind of like in Credo Reference or another platform like that. And then from this search, there are a variety of sources that are showing. And we have top sources for pediatric nursing, including all journals and websites. Each listing here tells you what the domain is. So here we have a .org, and then it tells you it's pncb.org. The next one is .com, continuum-nursing.com, and so on and so forth. So if we wanted to, from this screen, without doing anything else, if we saw something that we recognized or wanted to use without even having to read it, we could click on this little plus button over here, and it would add this source to our document as a citation. Now, that could be dangerous because we haven't actually gone into the source yet, but excuse me, let's say I had a sentence. This sentence requires a citation. Okay, fictional sentence with a fictional citation needed. So here we go. I will click on that plus button. And then, okay, it looks like we have created the citation here. And we have it's automatically added a citation to the bibliography. Specifically this Harrison 2010. Now, why is there another citation in this bibliography? As I mentioned earlier, I had been playing around with this, and in my bibliography in Word had this other source in there. So had that not happened, had I not done that earlier, it would have been the first source, this Harrison source, and it looks like it's an APA format. If I wanted to check, by the way, and see what my bibliographic information is in the style, etc. I could go here to under the References tab of the ribbon. Style is APA and bibliography. So it has that there. If we click on Manage Sources here, just a little recap if you've never used this, we can actually go in and manage all the different sources using the internal citation information that's stored here in this tool. Back to Researcher, however, I did want to point out that clicking on Journals will show you only journals, including tags for each journal, which are subjects, I imagine. And then in Websites, it also has similar information. .com, .org, I see a .edu there, a .gov. Microsoft has explained and expressed that they are trying to build a tool that provides credible sources. Now, how they define credible and how they define a credible source is not quite clear to me, though that information may be out there somewhere. But it does seem like they're trying to do a better job rather than just having a search engine within the Microsoft Word product, doing a better job at allowing students and researchers the ability to understand a little bit more about what they're seeing. I did want to show you what happens if you do go into a source. So if you click on it once, it's going to pull up an abstract, and then it actually has this reading view in this manila off-white color here, including links. And if you click on any of those links, it will take you to another site. Also, please take a look at the bottom. If you see this article useful, question mark, was this article useful? You can actually upvote and downvote. So I imagine that contributes to whatever algorithms they have that are generating these sources and encouraging folks to click on them. I have no idea, though, how it all works. The interface and the underlying code is very much a mystery. Finally, I want to show you my research. In my research, you can see all of the sources that you have used. And let's say we wanted to have another sentence. This sentence also requires a citation. And let's say we wanted to use the Harrison one again. I guess I would have to use the plus button. And there it is. It doesn't add a second bibliographic source. It just adds the in-text. So quite nice. There are ways you can obviously manage your topics in here, more advanced features, etc. There are also settings. At the bottom, there's a settings menu that allows you to update a couple different settings. And please note that I thought that they were going to have additional searches that would be related to what we were researching, but that appears to not be the case. It's not that smart, but it does seem to be potentially useful if you want to do a lot of your work within Microsoft Word and not necessarily go over into your browser of choice. As always, however, you're going to want to review your citations and your bibliography, your source list, to make sure that it is in the proper citation format and that citation style format is the version that you're using. Sometimes you might be using an older version of Office or something, and your style might be out of date. So keep that in mind. And otherwise, happy using Microsoft Researcher. Until next time, take care.